He went on to graduate from Notre Dame in 1982 with honors, from Northwestern Medical School in 1986 with honors, and has gone on to do his training in St. Louis at Washington University for his internship, residency, and fellowship. We have this colorful photograph celebrating some of his early academic achievements. Indeed, Larry excelled even at a young age. Upon completing his residency, he was invited by Dr. Keith Bridwell, a former president of this association, to continue there as the first spinal fellow. This invitation and Larry's subsequent decision to stay in St. Louis has produced a very powerful partnership that has trained over 50 of the most elite spinal surgeons. This is quite an accomplishment. In 1998, Larry joined the Scoliosis Research Society, and here he is at the Edinburgh meeting, decked out in his family tartan. Since joining the SRS, he's been a very strong contributor to both the substance and the running of the meetings. According to his lovely wife, Beth, his time at Barnes Hospital started to get a lot more interesting and fun once they met. She was a burn unit nurse at the hospital and went on to complete her master's degree in health administration. She is truly Larry's soulmate, and they have recently celebrated 21 years of marital bliss. Thank you, Beth, for your significant contribution to this talk. Larry is justifiably very proud of his family, and they are of him. His very attractive children, Lauren, 19, newly gone off to college, Bradley, 16, and Aaron, 13, have added immensely to the quality of his life. And according to his family, they and surgery are the most important aspects of Larry's life. This delicate balance between family time and Larry's desire to tackle some of the most challenging problems in our profession is a balancing act at which Larry works very hard and has excelled. Larry does have a lighter side. As you can see here, celebrating his 50th birthday and letting his hair down before a session of bull riding. Larry is known for his running and his loyalty, as evidenced by his long-standing relationship with Kathy Banke, who has worked with him since the beginning of his practice many years ago. He is also known for his love and dedication to his patients. Whenever he can, he runs off to his favorite place in the world, the mountains of Colorado. But this is the man that we are most familiar with, a very thoughtful physician and a meticulous surgeon. So what has this effort produced academically? It has been said that to produce great work, it takes enormous energy, commitment, perseverance, and focus. What you see here is Larry's CV, and if you have the chance to read it, it is quite impressive. It has a table of contents written in small print, outlining the contents of 144 pages. Now, what most of you don't realize is that the actions as president are all videotaped. And so I had that moment when I first saw his CV. And as you can see, my poor little printer was taxed. And as I watched it being printed, page by page by page by page 125 page, I noticed the small print. And also my poor little machine and it kept going. And unfortunately, the angle doesn't show the smoke coming out of the back of this poor little machine. And finally, it just came As you can see, Larry has been very productive, with over 270 published peer-reviewed articles, with another 20-some submitted, 93 book chapters, 585 presentations, 395 scientific exhibits, 72 visiting professors, 9 patents, and he's been listed as the best doctor in America since 1994. I contacted the Medtronics Corporation, and they, in fact, modified this to include 15 patents. So, Larry, you're going to have to change this. And they included this in a 10-page document outlining your accomplishments that they sent me. The high points of his professional career include the Lenke classification system for adolescent idiopathic scoliosis, his pioneering efforts in developing numerous surgical devices and implants, and he has in the last few years popularized and taught the principles for safe accomplishment of vertebral column resections. Additionally, he has been instrumental on the part of SRS in redesigning the IMAS meeting, spearheading the 3D classification system, and helping us move into the modern age of CME while participating in the Spine Summit. Now, all of this work has culminated in some ribbons of recognition, and I happened to catch Larry in a casual moment talking to our CEO. And I think we will all agree that Larry's name tag truly demarcates him as a dedicated individual. He allowed me to take a close-up of his name tag. And the office staff added a separate demarcation at the bottom, which you can see below. Now, in preparing this talk, I have spent many, many hours exploring the background of this dedicated man in hopes of sharing with you some profound insight into this complex individual who sleeps little and works a lot. I looked for clues in his youth to explain the extreme discipline in his life. I did find some small clues in a picture his wife sent me. Now, I know this picture is a bit shocking to some. For instance, why would an 8-year-old boy wear a tie? What could he have been doing that caused him to break his arms? The clue and possibly the answer to these burning questions may lie in the poster on the wall in his room. And yes, you can see that his boyhood hero was the Karate Kid. Yes, I reached the same conclusion you did. This highly disciplined, tie-wearing kid was characteristically trying to push the limits of board breaking in his martial arts class. Now, in addition to this highly disciplined individual, Larry has a tenacity about solving complex problems. His precision and control in the operating room borders on perfection. So knowing this about Larry, I reviewed some slides of Larry when we were visiting in Nagoya, Japan in 2007. He was our tour guide and had a strange familiarity with his surroundings. As he toured us around the Nagoya castle, it seemed almost as if he had spent some time